Alright, it's been around 4 months since this phone was launched and a lot of you seem to still talk about it. So I thought I've been using this phone for long enough. In fact, I've bought another one and gifted it to my brother who's in school right now. And I think this is, one of the most interesting phones that was launched in this year. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the CMF phone 1 by Nothing. And here's what I think about it after a long time of using it and after most of the hype has gone down. Yo, what's up guys? Anubhav here. Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Today we'll be talking extensively about the phone 1 by Nothing by CMF. I know the naming can get a little confusing, but this phone and what it's offering is really not confusing at all. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, press on the bell icon, and let's get started, shall we? First things first, what I want to talk about is how brilliantly Nothing, or rather CMF, has designed this phone. Now, when you hold it, you will not feel like this is a sub 16,000 rupees phone, which I think is a very, very good thing. See, there is quality that comes when you pay more for stuff, and then there is perceived quality and how a certain thing feels in your hand once you actually buy it and hold it. That has nothing to do with the price, and I can say that the perceived quality of the CMF phone 1 by Nothing is a solid 10 out of 10. At the back, it is a plastic back, but once it is screwed on, and yes, you can open the back panel, get a bunch of accessories. If you're watching a CMF phone 1 review right now on my channel, chances are you probably know about everything that this phone offers. But let me tell you this, that the phone feels very solid to hold. If you can, head down to a store where they have this in stock and try and feel it before you end up buying it. But it feels really solid, doesn't feel cheap at all in any way whatsoever. The camera module also has this nice silver finish to it, which is also actually part of the case. I thought this was part of the body and the case would have a cutout here, but as it turns out, this is part of the case and it still feels very good. Of course, you guys know about the removable back covers and the accessories that you can get with it. As time has passed, I have sort of forgot about that. Even now, more than ever, it feels like a marketing gimmick, and these are just things to generate buzz and interest on social media. Of course, you can buy them and use them. They are a bit more expensive than what I would have expected from a budget phone in this price point. But if you want to go for it, you can go for it. And if you don't want to, you can get the regular phone, which by all means is also a complete package with or without the accessories. Now, turn this phone around and you have a very good display. And I have to say, the 120 Hz on this phone, along with the screen size and the brightness levels, everything feels really good. I've watched a lot of content on it. I've also gamed on it. I've been using this phone. You guys have seen the shots that we made around 2 months ago, I guess. And overall, I am very happy to see this kind of performance as well as this kind of stability in performance when you have a budget phone that comes under 15, 16, 17,000 rupees. One of the main highlights of this phone, guys, that I have come to appreciate has to be Nothing OS and the software. Everything about this phone just screams style, and it's such a unique phone to use because it has so many cool features with the UI elements, with the sound effects, with the kind of widgets and home screen layouts that you get. Nothing OS makes this phone way more special than what it actually is, and I have to say this is one of the best things that Nothing or CMF have brought into this phone, and that is a completely unique, underrated software experience. You really have to use this phone to understand how good it is. And yeah, for someone like me or someone like you, if you like customizing your Android device, this is going to be a phone where I think you won't have to install a launcher or an icon pack or download any other widget packs, because this already comes with such a stylized UI that looks very, very cool to use, and you can change things up to keep things looking fresh on your phone. All of that is great. Software is good, the phone feels good, it's got a very young vibe to it. So if you're somebody who's in school or in college and you need an inexpensive phone to get the job done, but you obviously also want it to look good, then this can be a hands down very good option for all of you fellas out there. Links to it will be in the description below. You can check it out, of course, on all the online platforms that it is available at. But if we talk about performance, this one comes with the Dimensity 7300 processor. Now, the 7300 is a slightly tweaked version of the 7200. I wouldn't call it an upgrade, but when it comes to real life performance, leaving behind the benchmarks and all of that, as far as gaming is concerned and multitasking is concerned, I faced absolutely absolutely no issues. Of course, you can't expect very high-end performance from it. So if you want to play Genshin Impact at super high settings with buttery smooth frame rates, that is obviously not going to happen. But if you are a decent gamer, or let's say a non-serious gamer, and you play a COD match here and there, and you also play these racing games and stuff like that, which I have tested mostly in my time with this phone, then of course I think you should be good to go. Multitasking was also super smooth. Just don't go overboard, because this is not a performance or a gaming phone, and it will still give you decent performance, which is definitely value for money for the price that you pay this phone for. Now, the only bad thing about this phone, actually a couple of things that I thought could have been improved, was number one, the fact that it comes with a single bottom speaker, so you do not get stereo audio. But if most of us anyways use headphones and wireless earbuds and stuff like that, so I don't think this should be that big of an issue. And number two, which is once again another thing that I thought could have been implemented, was an ultra-wide camera. So this one only comes with a primary sensor and a depth sensor, so you only get a 1x option. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I do like to use the ultra-wide camera, especially when I'm on apps like Instagram, to capture wide-angle photos and videos. So that is missing on this phone. But if we talk about the camera performance, you actually get pretty decent camera performance. The phone lets you shoot decent videos and photos in plenty of light. Of course, you are not going to have any issue. As far as video is concerned, you can actually record 4K, but only up to 4K 30 FPS. And the front camera also does not allow you to record in 4K. It only allows you to record up to 1080p at 60 FPS. So that is something to keep in mind. See guys, photo quality is okay, it's decent for this price. The post-processing done by Nothing in CMF is always very muted and very understated, so photos will be more natural and realistic looking, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. But yeah, if you're switching from a Samsung or from an iPhone, which flatters your skin tones or gives you more vivid looking pictures, you might find the camera samples of this phone a bit dull and washed out. But trust me, that's just your eyes that need a little bit of readjustment to natural and normal looking colors, realistic looking colors. But other than that, if I tell you guys about my experience, I absolutely love the operating system. I think that the phone has been designed with a lot of care and attention, and this price point, I don't think there is any other phone in this market right now that can give you so much style and so much substance without any ads or bad software or cost cutting. So if you're a person who needs an Android phone and you want a phone under a 16 to 17,000 rupees budget, depending on the variant that you pick up, of course, and if you're getting extra accessories or not, then this can be a very good option for you. Go for it. I've tested it long enough to know that I can wholeheartedly recommend it to you. And to all of you that can find better options, know that you might end up getting better performance or let's say better cameras in a competitor phone. But as an overall package, in my opinion, the CMF Phone 1 by Nothing will always be the winner. Check it out from the link in the description below. Let me know what you guys think about this review, and I will see you guys in the next one. Like, follow, press on that bell icon, and peace out. Bye-bye.